shake that.
Hi, I'm Megan. And I'm Rachel. So we did our GCL project on minorities in Grand Ledge High School. The groups that we interviewed included the African Americans, Mexicans, Asians, and foreign exchange students. The African Americans are seen to be loud and overly confident. The Mexicans are seen to be dirty and outgoing, while the Asians are seen to be quiet and smart. And the foreign exchange students are seen to be intelligent and physically fit. But not all of these things are true. We want people to realize that there is more to them than what is seen.
My name is Hannah. I'm a foreign exchange student from Sweden.
Hi, I'm Marisol. I'm a senior at Grand Ledge and I am 100% Mexican.
I'm Rachel Oyitubo and I'm a senior at Grand Ledge High School.
I'm Casper Phillip. I'm one of the exchange students and I'm going to be interviewed.
My name's Geraldo Villarreal. I am Mexican.
My name is Justin Brent from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm African American.
Hi, my name is Adam Yee. I'm Asian American. I guess that makes me a minority and a candidate for this project.
Hi, I'm Yong Ho. I'm from China, so I'm Chinese.
看你接触练其实就真是毛皮，我们付出训练是否还能有你少的意义？没有人有能力在它栖息地。
Well, I first think of the African American group and the Mexican American group and how those are the main minority in Grand Ledge and we're surrounded by mostly Caucasian.
What first comes to my mind is that there is, especially at Grand Ledge High School, there's like a lot of Caucasians, and then there's different minorities, not only ethnic minorities like African Americans, Asians, Mexicans, but also minorities concerning their interests, like members of sport clubs or art groups, stuff like that.
Colored people?
Difference. Minorities, different people that are different.
Colored people. I don't think that there are like really big advantages. I think like when people joke around, I just think that's what it's only used for, is just joking around. I don't really see any, like I don't get any perks from being Mexican or anything, but like I mean when people are saying something I'll say, oh, is it because I'm brown or something, just something stupid.
I think there can be advantages. Like me as an exchange student, I think I do get more attention than other people.
Sports. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of minorities that are pretty good at sports, as we all know.
I really don't see no advantages, disadvantages, nothing like that. Everybody got their own characteristics.
You know, not really in this school. I don't really feel as though I have an edge or anything because I'm Asian.
Yeah, there's some advantages, I guess, like seeing the world through someone else's perspective, like seeing how white people interact and seeing the difference between each minority group. It's interesting to learn how different races act towards each other.
There can be disadvantages too, yeah. Especially to ethnic minorities. The majority might have stereotypes concerning them, so it might be hard for an African American to find a job, or there are stereotypes about him.
As you go to schools like these like Grand Ledge, you get a lot of profiling. Everybody thinks I have a gun or a knife on me, like at all times.
Yeah, people tend to judge you sometimes because they don't necessarily understand your background or where you come from, and they label you and like place their stereotypes on you. But once they get to know you, usually they see you as a person again and not as like someone different.
Sometimes I feel like with being colored, people will just like judge you right then and there. And I know sometimes that Mexicans aren't looked at as like the best of people. I guess we're said to have taken everybody's jobs, but I don't know, like people think that we're lazy, people think that we're dirty, so, and I'm not lazy or dirty.
Because we understand each other, and like for example, like I tell jokes to my Asian friends and they understand it, but when I tell my American friends, they don't get it. They look at me like I'm stupid.
You know, I really don't know. I mean, everybody comes together as one. You do have black groups, you do have Asian groups, you have Hispanic groups, you have white groups. I mean, everybody just feel like they feel more comfortable and safe among their own people.
I think it's just because we can relate to each other very well. I mean, I was raised differently than, say, yourself. I'm sure, like, our parents are just, like, ebony and ivory different. So, like, I can relate to, like, the way that I'm raised with other Mexicans. They tend to be more strict, so we kind of do it for, like, comfort and whatnot, so.
Well, at the beginning when I first came here, I hung out with a lot of the other exchange students because it was kind of easy to get connected with them because they shared the same experience as I did.
Because it's what you know. Sometimes it can be like scary trying to interact with people who you're not used to and who like you don't really know how they act. So it's like it's safer to just hang out with the people that are like you, who look like you, and talk like you.
Yeah, and I went from the kid in class, take some radio DJs.
I view myself as a minority when it comes to Grand Ledge High School.
Not really. I mean, like, yeah, we have our own traditions and whatnot, but I mean, we have not necessarily conformed to like the American culture, but like I don't make it so that like it's so like that I'm obnoxiously different and I'm obnoxiously Mexican. Like, I wasn't born in Mexico, my father was, and we have taken in like traditions from, you know, America and whatnot, and like blended it into ours, so we're not like different, but, so I wouldn't say that we're a huge minority.
I was four corners in Grand Ledge.
I hang out with different cliques. One of them is are the other exchange students, so they are kind of a minority.
Time me I grieve, and they couldn't believe it, girl.
Like I said earlier, the lazy Mexicans, the dirty Mexicans, African Americans, I would say that they're like, people would like make jokes about them being like fast and they can jump and, I don't know, play good basketball and stuff like that. With Asians, I would say that people just assume that they're really smart. And yeah, people think we can swim really fast and that we can hop over fences. But I'm really not that good at hopping over fences anyway. I've tried.
I think that like white people kind of think that black people are like really loud and obnoxious, but it's not that they're trying to like annoy people. It's just that's just how we are. That's just our culture. Like, we're just loud and we're open-minded, and we like to express how we feel throughout our what we say and how we dress and our music.
I'm sure there are, but I don't know. I don't think I see them. But
I'm gonna go ahead and be real with this, me 100. Just because we black, we don't always steal. Just because we black, we don't always kill. We friendly too. We not always in the gang either. But I know some white person in gangs too.
I literally eat Mexican food every day. Not Taco Bell. Authentic.
We don't eat dogs.
Okay.
And then we have to, like in our country, when the guys and the girls marry, the guy have to pay the dowry. It's like a marriage payment. Usually it's like around $30,000 to $50,000.
With the whole global Comp&Lit, the GCL class, after reading House on Mango Street, it was like, like everything that was said in the book was pretty much like how culture is somewhat, I wouldn't say it's like stereotypical, but I mean, after that book, I don't think that there would be anything that nobody would know from our culture.
Emily, they had a lot of great things to say about the different minorities at high school.
You're right, Rachel. They made really, really good points on the differences that they have and their different cultures and the different way they celebrate it.
Now I understand the saying, don't judge a book by its cover.
You're right, Rachel. We are all the same in the fact that we are all so very different.
Now I understand the saying, don't judge a book by its cover.
You're right, Rachel. We all come together and our similarities, no. That's not right. Okay. Give me one
right.
here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Am I supposed to still be recording?
Yes, you're sorry.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Write me out. Write me out.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, keep it steady.
1, 2, 3.
Nah.
No.
Hi, I'm Megan. And I'm Rachel.
Put your arm down, Rachel. Okay, first of all, okay.